Hello everybody, and welcome back to Certified Collectibles. This is another episode of First Appearances of the Week. This is Wednesday, June 8th, 2022. We'll be giving you all the first appearances in your comic shops today. Now this week we have a pretty good lineup for you guys. I think we only have 4 first appearances, but we do have 8 honorable mentions, so 12 titles on all to go through. Definitely some books in there you want to pick up for your collection. So let's go ahead and get started for the first appearances of the week ending June 10th, 2022. First up from Titan Comics, Doctor Who Origins #1. This features the first appearance of the fugitive Doctor Who. Now, I don't need to tell you guys how popular the Doctor Who franchise is, and the fact that this is the first appearance of a new Doctor Who character. This is one we definitely think you should pick up and add to your collection. You know, the Doctor Who fan base, huge. The collector fan base, huge. And it's been going on for years, and we think it's going to go into the future. So this is one, definitely pick this one here up for your collection. Next up from DC Comics, Flashpoint Beyond #2. This features the first appearance of Gilda Dent as Two-Face. Now, everybody knows the character Two-Face, but this is a new iteration. This is Gilda Dent as Two-Face. This is appearing in Flashpoint Beyond. This is not necessarily one of DC's tentpole series, so it really depends on what DC does with this particular iteration of Two-Face. If they bring this character across other title series or into a small screen or big screen project, this one here has more promise. Otherwise, this one may go nowhere. So in our opinion, this is one that you might want to put on your B-list for now. Keep an eye on it, but we think you have some time on this one. Next up from DC Comics, Multiversity Teen Justice #1. This features the first cameo appearance of Sinestro. Now this is a 6-issue limited series featuring Kid Quick, Robin, Aquagirl, Clarion the Witch Girl, and Troy. Now, this is a new title series, Multiversity Teen Justice, so we really don't know how well this is going to perform. This is the first appearance of the character within this new title series, the first appearance of Sinestro. In our opinion, this is going to be a speculative bet. If you choose to pick this one up, we do think you have some time on this one, so you can put this one here on your B-list for now. And finally from DC Comics, Nubia, Queen of the Amazons #1. This features the first appearance of Zilla. Now, Nubia, once again, not necessarily one of DC's strongest titles, not one of their heaviest collected titles, but this is the first appearance of a new character within this title series. So once again, very speculative if you choose to pick this up. You're specking on the hope that DC does something more important in the future with this character. But once again, this is one we do think you have some time on. Put this one here on your B-list for now, but keep an eye on it. And now for the honorable mentions. From Dark Horse Comics, The Ward #1. This is a 4-issue medical drama about a secret hospital that tends to supernatural creatures. Now this is one that we highlighted a few weeks ago, but for some reason it did not come to market at that particular time, so it's coming out today. This is one we do think has some promise. You know, Dark Horse has had some titles picked up in the past for small screen and big screen projects, and this here sounds like it can lend itself very well to a feature film, streaming series, or TV show. This is definitely a speculative bet if you choose to pick it up, but this one here, like I just said, we do think has promise to be option, so pick this one up here if you can. If you can't, put it on your B-list, but keep an eye on it. Next up from Aftershock Comics, Astronaut Down #1. An astronaut strives to qualify for a mission that will send him into an alternate reality on a desperate mission to save Earth from a horrific crisis that has our world on the brink of extinction. Now, once again, sounds like it can lend itself very well to a feature film, streaming series, or TV show. And Aftershock Comics has had a lot of attention on their titles lately, and this one here sounds like it can lend itself very well to one of those projects. Once again, this is going to be a speculative bet if you choose to pick this up, but this one here also sounds like it has some promise. Go ahead and grab this one here if you can. If you can't, put it on your B-list, but keep an eye on it. Next up from Mad Cave, Potions Incorporated #1. A young man working in his family's potion shop sets off on the quest he has always desired after a powerful artifact is stolen from his parents. Now, once again, sounds like it lends out very well to a small screen or big screen project. Mad Cave hasn't really had many of their titles option for any of these projects, so this one here is definitely going to be a little bit more speculative than the other two we just mentioned. But it does sound like it can lend itself very well, especially to an animated series. So this one here is definitely speculative if you choose to pick it up. You can put this one on your B-list for now, but definitely keep an eye on it. Next up from Image Comics, Skybound presents After School #1. This is a 4-issue anthology horror series about out-of-control kids without morals who are forcefully taught necessary lessons. Now, this is one that we did present a few weeks ago as well, but for whatever reason it wasn't released on that day. It is coming out today. This is one that sounds like it lends itself very well to a streaming series or TV show feature film. This here sounds a little bit like the Ice Cream Man series, and that series blew up, became huge, you know, issue #1 selling for big bucks. So this one here we do think has some great potential. It's definitely worth picking up and adding to your collection as a spec bet. Go ahead and grab this one here if you can. Next up from Aftershock Comics, Where Starships Go to Die #1. This is a horror series about a dangerous salvage mission to recover the wreck of humanity's first interstellar spaceship at the bottom of the ocean floor. Now, once again, this sounds like it has great potential to be optioned for a small screen or big screen project, and Aftershock has had a lot of their titles optioned in the past. This is definitely going to be a speculative bet, but once again, we do think this is probably worth picking up the spec on. Grab this one here if you can. If you can't, though, put it on your B-list, but keep an eye on it. Next up from DC Comics, Batman number 124. The solicitation reads, has Abyss returned, or has a new hero been born in the dark? Now, if this is in fact the first appearance of a new hero in the Batman title series, this is one of the tentpole series for DC Comics. So if this is a new character being introduced for the first time, this is one you definitely want to pick up and add to your collection. But once again, this may not be a new character. This may be a reinterpretation of an existing character, or this may be Abyss returning. So this one here definitely requires a little bit more research. If this is in fact a brand new character being introduced for the first time, go ahead and grab this one here for your collection. But if it's not though, if it's just the return of Abyss, then you can probably forget about this one. Definitely do a little bit more research on this before you pick it up, but worth consideration. Next up from Marvel Comics, Fortnite Marvel Zero War number 1. This is a 6-issue Marvel Fortnite crossover, and the first printing also includes a redeemable code to unlock a Fortnite digital cosmetic. Now, if you guys remember the Fortnite DC crossover, that was huge. You know, those first issues of that particular crossover going for big bucks in the secondary market. So we do believe this one here is going to be just as popular. This is the Fortnite Marvel crossover. In our opinion, this one here is definitely worth picking up. Go ahead and grab this one. And finally, for Marvel Comics, Venom number 8. This is a debut of War Symbiote. Now, the Spider-Man universe, including Venom, incredibly popular, hugely popular character, huge collector base out there for Venom titles, and this one here features a debut of War Symbiote. In our opinion, this one here is definitely worth picking up and adding to your collection. Go ahead and grab this one. So there you have the 4 first appearances and 8 honorable mentions that we have for you guys this week. Definitely some books in there you do want to pick up for your collection. So please feel free to drop some comments in the comment section below. Thumbs up if you like this video. And as always, please remember to subscribe to the channel for more videos like this. Thank you for joining us here at Certified Collectibles, and we'll see you again next time.